It seems like everyone's just kind of got the traditional, like, Boston in 5, all of that type of stuff. There's always upsets. Do you have, I don't know if you've done any predictions or whatever. Did you have any predictions or any upsets in your bracket, we'll call it?
Let me guess yours, Johnny. You have the Islanders upsetting the Canes. Don't you?
I do not.
The Canes are the crony capital of the National Hockey League, man.
Yeah, he's in tight with Johnny. They're in tight with Johnny.
And that's where you played. Hence the connection. But here, you and the cronies. Crony closet.
Eric Tulsky and O-Dog are very tight.
Very tight. Two peas in a pod.
But I think there is going to be. There are people that are choosing. The only one I would say, I don't think Seattle has a huge opportunity with Colorado, although I did see one person online today choosing Seattle, which I thought was maybe just a bit rich.
Seattle plays their ass off.
They do play hard,
and they're fast as hell.
But Grubauer and Jones statistically didn't have a great season, even though they got it done.
Revenge season.
Yeah,
not giving them the contract.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know, Johnny. Did you have any kind of upset?
Yeah, you're so right, Noodles, because going chalk never makes sense because it never happens.
Right.
It never happens. But no, I took Boston to win. I took Toronto to win. I took the Devils to win. Now, some people might call that an upset, but they have more points. But I feel like a lot of people are very bullish on the Rangers. I took the Devils to win that one. I took Carolina to beat the Islanders as well. The one series that I could see being an upset would be Winnipeg and Vegas. That feels like very much, even though it's a 1-8 series, you're talking about Winnipeg, an 8 seed that led the conference after 50 games. And they have one of the best goalies in the Western Conference playing for them.
Yeah.
And Nick Ehlers, who's so important to them, looks like he's going to be back tonight. Vegas will likely win it, but it's very much a toss-up. It's very, very close. I think Edmonton, I'm with you. Seattle and Colorado doesn't feel very good for and the other one that could be, if you like Minnesota, I don't know how you feel about Gustafsson. The Eriksson Ek injury hurts them badly. I like Dallas. I picked Dallas in that one. But so Winnipeg's the one, I guess, is what I'm saying. If I was going to pick an upset, the first one I'd pick would be Winnipeg.
Yeah, I can't get there with Winnipeg. They were so inconsistent all year. And I understand the Hellebuck case. I totally get that. And they were desperate at the end of the year, and they played better. They improved. Ehlers, I think he's going to play. Game one, sounds like he's going to play.
That was still one of the greasiest hits.
Yeah.
What did he get? One game for that?
Hartman got 1 game for that.
Dude, I'm telling you, that was a 5-game suspension.
I agree with you. He didn't even have the puck. No. He had the puck. He got rid of the puck.
And
hit
he was
Ehlers.
Skating full board into the neutral zone, and the puck was on the wall. He got crushed out of nowhere.
Your boy that you play golf with got 20 games for that.
That's right. Easily 20. At least he hit guys who kind of had the puck.
I know. It was so greasy. I hated that.
I always do this, and I don't know if it's fair, but take any market. If that was, Ehlers would be one of the, top 3, top 4 players?
William Nylander or whatever.
Of
course, people are freaking out.
If that's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, if that is, I don't know if enough noise was made.
I think that's the nature of it. Winnipeg, they don't get a ton of attention coast to coast. Now they're going to get it.
I was
because they're one of 3 Canadian teams.
That is an insane hit.
Yeah. I look at Vegas. Vegas has been consistent all year. Cassidy's done a great job. Yes, they had Edmonton on their heels. Edmonton did not catch them.
Yeah.
And now you got Stone back.
With less than studs in net.
And that is what may bite them. But if they get any type of goaltending, I think Vegas rolls in that series. I do. I don't trust Winnipeg. I don't. They haven't. At no point this year have they looked like a team that's worthy of faith for me. So
except for the first 45 games when they were in first place.
They were first, 54
as
games.
Colorado was asleep. Minnesota didn't have a goaltender yet.
Seems like a long time ago, Johnny.
Yeah, you're right. They were 5th in the league or whatever on, what was it, January 10th or January 15th?
February 14th.
Yeah, but they do not look like a team, to me, that has been thinking playoffs. They've been thinking, we got to survive here. 2 weeks ago, they were basically out.
Yeah.
And now they punched the ticket and they got the number 1
seed.
That
might make them dangerous.
Could be.
Okay, Hayes, work with me on this one. So the fact that Vegas, I think they had the most 1-goal wins in the league. Is that the mark of a great team that can play tight games and can find ways? Or is that a team that maybe not as good as their record indicates because they win so many darn close games. Which one is it?
I think in hockey, it's the former.
I think it might be the latter, but that's me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can spin it either way. You
Yeah.
see this in every sport, like one-score games in the NFL. The next year, what does it mean? Well, we're not in the next year. Like, we're in this year. And this year, they've been very comfortable in those games, and they've closed.
Well, Cassidy's a hell of a coach. That's the one thing that I don't think anybody will disagree with that.
Yeah, he's done a great
hell
job.
of a coach. There's something about Vegas. It might be the goaltending because they've had the rotating door. It might be the injuries, although it sounds like they're getting pretty healthy. Here, you want to talk about pressure. Jack Eichel's first playoff game.
You better show up, man. You better show up.
That's a big trade. And that's a guy that, made a lot of noise to get there. He might have to do something to kind of earn his keep out there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, your boy Larry Brossoit.
Larry Brossoit, man.
That is scary.
He's 7-0-3 to end the season.
He's undefeated this year.
Yeah.
Larry.
I'm on board with Larry.
Brossoit.
I think he makes a move.
He was the third star of the final week of the season. He's got a .927 save percentage. And Winnipeg revenge game. He played for the Jets.
He was Hellebuck's backup.
Yeah, exactly.
Backup. So, I guess I can make cases both ways why Vegas is good, but Vegas has not. Winnipeg's an unusual 8 seed. Vegas also feels like a bit of an unusual 1 seed.
Yeah.
Like they're good, but they're not overwhelmingly good like you would expect the best team in a conference to be.
Well, and that's the beauty of it right now. Like you look at the bracket in front of you and you can fill it out with ease. And you think, well, this is obviously going to happen. And then it just never plays out that way. We just saw it with March Madness, albeit very different. Single game elimination, kids, amateurs, all that kind of stuff. But look who was in the Final Four. 5 seeds and 9 seeds and 12 seeds. Like this year, outside, now Boston is an outlier. Boston is truly a historically great team. When you get past Boston, like every other team has had their ups and downs, or has flaws that you can look at, like whether it's current or historical, where you might say, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure where I stand on that. So, and even Boston, President's Trophy winners, they don't generally, in modern days, do a ton.
Detroit was the last one, wasn't it?
Chicago in
Chicago,
2012-13, which was a lockout year, too, which was just a weird, strange season.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was the year they started 23-1 as well. In the 48-game season, they went like half the year without losing.
Yeah, that'll help.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that'll do it.
Which is kind of replicate of what Boston's basically been doing over 82, which is pretty wild.